All right, folks, for this episode of How Do You Hot Rod, I'm down in Portland, Oregon for the Portland Roadster Show, checking out beautiful cars like this one, and that one, and that one, and those ones, and, well, there's a lot of them. All right, enjoy this episode of How You Hot Rod, and keep watching. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button, folks. This episode of How Do You Hot Rod is brought to you by Cinderella Customs and Restoration in Post Falls, Idaho, and Snake River Street Rods in Kennewick, Washington. Go check them out. So I found something that absolutely fits the definition of my show, How Do You Hot Rod? This thing that Jose's got sitting here is as much hot rod as you can get in the smallest package you can get. So, Jose, how do you hot rod?
So super simple, hop on it, hit the throttle and go.
What is this?
So it's a Haasli, started life with the 305. A friend of the shop actually picked it up a few years back. He ended up passing away suddenly 2 years ago. His whole thing was to show it, give kids entertainment. We still keep his memory alive by doing so. And basically, it's full hell on wheels. 327 out of Corvette. A lot of work done to it. 615 horsepower to the flywheel, hydrostat transmission. Super fun, super reliable, super friendly, and a hell of a lot of fun.
Cool.
And that's how you hot rod.
Alright guys, so I just checked out something that was just absolutely mind-blowing. Right behind me, this kid has taken a Packard and Ford, matched it all up, made it work, and it's not finished yet. But it's going to be pretty freaking cool. Still got a Packard straight 8 in there. Alright, Nathan, good to meet you.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what we got here, because this doesn't look like something I've seen before.
Yeah, it's a little mixture of everything. What we started with was an idea mostly. I'm a motor guy. Okay. I like motors more than body panels.
All right.
So I wanted to build something around the engine, mostly, which is a 53 Packard 327.
Okay.
The frame. So I needed a frame at that point. So I went to Charlie. He's a Ford collector. Okay. So he has just kind of a little bit of everything. He had three or four, just 28 to 32 Ford Model A frames. All right. And I looked at them, I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Keep the budget down, pretty cheap. Okay. So I think I paid $100 for a frame. The motor and the transmission together ends up being 5 feet long. And the frame with that monoleaf rear suspension they had, they cut the frame off short because they can just put the axle back. Right. So I had to come up with another 2 feet in the frame about to give me at least the length I wanted for the motor and keep the wheelbase right. Okay. And how I changed up the rear suspension, I need some extra length back there. So that just started. I didn't really have a picture, I just knew I needed some more length. Okay. Charlie helped me. He's noticed to keep it lower, and with the rear suspension and taller tires, we thought that we should put a step in the frame to get the height down a little bit there. The rear frame horns we welded back on just to have somewhere to put our roll bar, body mounts, that kind of stuff. On the inside here, we plated the whole thing, extra strength. because we knew that motor only weighs a couple hundred.
Yeah, just a
pounds in
little
a small engine, yeah.
Now, why did you guys set it so far back in the frame?
Well, we could have put it up here, but my intention is we're going to go dirt drag racing.
Okay,
so
I can kind of see the layout now.
So I'm like,
all right.
And I wasn't building no show car, obviously. I'm building, it's a racing car. So I wanted more function.
Okay.
So we set our motor back really far. That gets more weight on your rear tires.
Yep.
We're on dirt, so that's going to be more traction. Set the motor down pretty low too. That gives you more space under the hood. This isn't the intake manifold we're going to be using. So I want some extra space out. We're going to have some intake runners, and then we're going to go quad power.
Oh wow. That would be something else.
Oh yeah. Get a lot better flow.
Nice. What are you going to do for a radiator?
I wonder if I just search up a radiator for a 32 Ford for a small block Chevy swap.
Hey,
You can get them on Amazon for a couple $100. An aluminum one. I'm like, that'll be perfect. And then once I cut the mounting tabs off, I tested it in there when I was kind of putting it together. It fits right in the course sport real nice.
Nice.
So that gives me a whole bunch of cooling system.
And what do you have for a rear end there?
That rear end is also out of the same 53 Packard Clipper.
Okay. What are you going to do for, I guess you're going to put a roll cage over it or something?
We got most of the roll bar there done. There's a hoop under the cowl, there's a hoop under the back. And then we're missing, I didn't have time for at least this show.
Okay.
But we need another hoop kind of over the driver's seat,
Yeah.
obviously. But really, yeah, about the way it is probably how it looks like.
I mean, it's got a heck of a cool look to it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see you get this thing running and go race it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping it'll be fast.
Awesome. Nathan, thank you very much for telling me about this Packard.
No problem.
It's just crazy weird.
Something else.
Okay, folks, I have got something that I just can't pass on. We all know I love my books. Mike right here has one of the prettiest, does it? Absolutely. Prettiest 41 books I've ever seen. So, Mike, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Well, I bought this car 17 years ago in Thousand Oaks, California.
Okay.
So, no, it was Scott. It was towed at home, and it sat around probably 3 to 4 different people's yards and stuff for me. And finally got it into my first shop built. And the guy did the motor, he did the airbags, he did the vintage air, channeled it, sectioned it, so that's why the body goes down all the way on the ground.
I saw that yesterday.
I'm a low rider, so yeah. But then I had to get another guy to finish the build, which I did. I found this guy, Bill Stolica, who did an absolutely fantastic job. And I had to wait a year just for him to do the body. So I had to get him on. It took us like 6 boxes of color charts, like the Toyota ones you flip through a ring. So it took us a few hours, and I wanted something of this color. It's a champagne metallic, and I had to put some pearl red in it. Upholstery done by Dave Putnam out of Orangeville. The guy did a fantastic job when he sent my car. He said for 30 years he wanted to do a 3D design. So yes, he did the headliner and the door panels and the seats. He didn't want to make it too loud because of what he did there. So for 30 years he wanted to do it. He said, this is the car. And we did it, and it turned out a fantastic job. Pinstripe by Argent.
Mike, owner of this one.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So for years, I've seen this car that has a Corvette body with a 65 Riviera front end on it. It's only been online. I've never thought it was actually in person. Maybe somebody did a computer rendering, or it was just an old car that got lost somewhere. However, check this out. There it is. It's the Raven. Let's go find out about it. All right, Randy, I'm Randy.
Nice to meet you, Randy.
Hey, so Randy, tell me about what we got here.
Well, it's a very custom, as you can see, 57 Corvette.
Okay.
She was born as a 57. She was modified in 1967 here in Portland.
Okay.
By a gentleman named Vaughn Hunter. I didn't know who created her until a few years ago, and I did an online magazine article. And at the end, I just said my quest is to find out who created her. Okay. Within an hour of them publishing, they had an email. And the gentleman said, I grew up 3 houses down. I watched him build it. His name was Vaughn Hunter. He's passed away. Here's his son's name and number. And I was talking to Scott Hunter the next day.
Wow.
And that was about 3 years ago. And it was really cool because this car was in the 1967 Portland Roadster Show.
Okay.
I just found that out not too terribly long ago. And when Scott showed up, he gave me 2 trophies over here from that show. Well, one's from that show. She won Best Paint here in 1967. And 63 or 4.
63 or 4. So
yeah, running lights.
Running lights, okay.
Yeah, converted to headlights. The headlights shine through.
Okay.
So it's not the best night vision, but it works okay. The back end is all custom. She's got the tail lights. They are actually 56 Ford front turn signals.
Okay.
Converted to rear tail lights back there.
We'll have to go check that out in a second.
Yeah. So
this is, and what color was it originally?
it was originally, well, they called it some sort of metallic green.
Okay.
In my eyes, it looks more like a blue or a aqua blue.
Okay.
But very thick metallic, bluish color.
Okay. And then it was black.
My grandpa bought it in 1979, and it was already painted black, and we had to do a lot of TLC on it.
And then you had it painted, and
Yeah.
it's got some red metallic in
Well,
it?
yeah, it's black cherry with candy apple red mixed in with it, so it gives
Okay.
it a little extra sparkle. And there's got the carbon fiber inlays. It's real carbon fiber, but it's just inlays. The car is not built out of carbon fiber. But yeah, my paint guy just did a phenomenal job on this, and he corrected a bunch of flaws in the fiberglass. This old fiberglass. He cut out some sections, rebuilt it.
Well, Randy, thank you very
Yeah,
much. That's
yeah.
an amazing vehicle.